Other interesting political news, you have an African leader saying he's not calling for the killing of whites for now. Yet another reason to get the hell out, which is why so many refugees are leaving Southern Africa for the United States. Now, this is brought to us thanks to End Wokeness, in which he says, quote, EFF leader in South Africa. And he just has a quote, and without too much further ado, it's mostly morally and mentally vacuous, though that I will go ahead and let him speak for himself.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter, they freak out. It sounds like a genocidal call.
Cry babies. Cry babies.
I'm not calling for the slaughter of white people, at least for now.
I can't give a guarantee of the future, especially when things are going the way they are.
Subtext.
Especially if things are going the way they are, there will be a revolution in this country, I can tell you now.
This is ironic as always, the titles. He's the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters. Right. Yeah, let's just say their area of the world has a long track record of, genocide, so I'd be especially concerned to live there. Now, this went pretty well. I got 36.1 million views and 32,000 likes. So I should clarify, I'm sure it will be safe and a great place to live next year, just like Chicago. Haha, that's a funny pun politically and, well, it's culturally, well, maybe in dark humor, because they say that every year about the city of Chicago, just like the Chicago Bears. And truth be, lo and behold, it's never happening. Now, going to the comments, again, I got 36.1 million views and 32,000 comments or likes. You have Jason, quote, hey, CNN, you should be ashamed of yourselves for promoting genocide and lying about it, getting 199 likes. Gorkland Rust, apparently very popular. Simply says Psycho, getting 6,000 likes. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, for now, pathetic, getting 442 likes. Cool Christian Engineer says, quote, never hate a person based on race. Getting 18, let's make it 19 likes, which, no one would be more disappointed by coming back from the dead than Martin Luther King Jr., who, again, he was all about treating man based on their, actions, their morals, and not giving a damn about race. And unfortunately, these days, it's a pretty big thing that people focus on, though I don't think they should. Paul Zupa says, quote, we all know why the legacy media is not covering this, getting 337 likes. Crazy Vob says, and they'll find out soon. And says South Africa, and again, I do not see a specific source here or a URL to the website for the statistics, so take them with a grain of salt. Pun moderately intended, though. They actually don't import salt, apparently. That's what Utah salt flats are for, but I'm only partially kidding. They say, quote, South Africa will F around and find out. White farmers currently produce 95.3% of their corn, 98.7% of their wheat, 97.6% of their cotton, 97.2% of their citrus, 99% of their potatoes. But is that just for the Irish? I'm kidding, obviously. 91.4% of their tomatoes, 46.9% of their soybeans, 45.8% of their poultry, 66% of their cattle, and 89% of their wool. And that got 1,000 likes, which, we've seen these issues before when you attack the farmers or have the government seize the means of production. Obviously, China, it's a big history note in terms of mass starvations when the government takes over land and production. And if all the farmers are leaving there, or again, this is the white farmers, probably not going to be good. Now, you also have, one of the most liked comments comes to us thanks to Mirthful Moments, saying, quote, South Africa in 21st century, sorry. It says Rome 2,000 years ago. And you have beautiful marble statues, you have beautiful marble buildings. Jeez Louise. It says Africa about an hour ago. This little straw hut and the guy with clothing on. So again, that's not all of Africa. Dave Chappelle famously went to a bunch of malls in Africa when he left the United States decades ago. So again, it's mostly, and that's not, again, obviously there's tribes there, but they have infrastructure. That's why China is also investing heavily into that continent and putting out the Silk Road program. Though again, this did get 2.6 thousand likes. Going back to the main comment section, literal puppet master saying, quote, there's literally a video of a bunch of them chanting to kill whites. He can't lie to people like he thinks he can, getting 1.1 thousand likes. Crazy Vibe says, our media is doomed. It says, why is the news media freaking out about 50 white farmers from South Africa being granted refugee status? The left is fine with 20 million third world fake refugees coming, but the leftists object to real refugees fleeing violence. Is it because they're white? Getting 315 likes, I think so. Medicine Man says, quote, calling whites crybabies when your entire political platform is crying about white is quite a display of idiocy, getting 1.7 thousand likes. Going down more and more. I see. Oh, here we go. There's them chanting on stage. See, again, they have the infrastructure. They have a, is that a radio antenna? And a stadium. This is from Spitfire, who she says BS. And they have t-shirts. Again, a lot of t-shirt, not a lot of, there's a lot of t-shirt production. Textiles is huge. And it says, our land and jobs now on the t-shirt. And I thought I was bad at dancing. That was literally just jumping up and down. That's dancing? Shoot, I got more style than that. Though my dance skills are about on par with Elaine from Seinfeld, but nevertheless, that got 579 likes. Let's run down more and more. We have Mr. Pitbull. What does he say? He says, let me tell you who are the most racist towards the blacks. He said, and he claims Asians, Arabs, Indians, Mexicans, blacks, whites, yes, in that order, getting 733 likes. So again, this is one of the most popular geopolitical things globally. We'll see how long this is a major topic, and hopefully, again, no one actually perishes. But let me know, are you surprised by this? Do you think things will get worse before they get better? Let me know your thoughts, because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.